Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how I made this one, but the first part is just a few shots of this one. They're basically the same, just different on how I attach the sinks and the material. This one, I burnt it with my torch. It's a Japanese wood preservation method, and it's called Shon Sugibon. Okay, and like this one, you can hang up your tools, like I have rusty ones. It's like that. Put your bag of soil here, mix it in here, plant all you want, put plants under there. So it's nice. And this one is the one I'm going to show you the demo on. Okay, so this one, it's designed to be a plant stand, but it could be, it's been raining a little bit, and it could be a little bird watering thing. So, and you can drain it. See, I left that on, and you can drain the water back behind it. Freshen up the bird bath if that's what you want to use it for. Otherwise, it's nice and shallow for putting soil, and you got plenty of room to put your pots. You know, these are super sturdy. Okay, so watch the video and I'll show you how I build that. So anyway, this sink comes out. I did a boob of it, almost cut too much. But anyway, this is a vintage sink, 1967. I didn't know that before. Here's another one, 1963. They're stamped on the bottom. And then I've got these two sinks, one stainless and one porcelain coated. Stainless or steel. Okay, before we get into the build, these are just a few quick shots of these old vintage sinks. See how they're stamped in there? There's the old tag. Here it is in the frame. Here it is. I put some more supports. Now I'm going to cut the hole. Started the hole. Plopped it in. Okay, so I've got the framing boards already cut, ready to go. This is the one we're actually going to do today. It's kind of a fun one. It's shallow. Could be a good bird feeder. Look how shallow that is. Here it is before I started. My neighbor had this out front of his house ready for the garbage. So, anyway, the frame boards are exactly the same as that other one. You got two at 57. They're the back legs. You got two 35 or the front legs, or how high you want it, and 5 of the 46, the horizontal, or how wide you want it. You can totally customize this. And then I've got 8 17-inch for the depth. Okay, so that's just what these are. You can customize it any way you want. So I'm going to get these sanded, and I think I'm going to paint the frame white. And here's the other boards I've got rounded up for the rest of it. It's no old fence. I don't know what the dimensions are on these yet, so I'll get them cleaned up. We'll get the frame put together, and these are going to be the top shelf. I think this one I'm going to put 2 shelves on. So I'll get back with you as soon as these are sanded and painted. Okay, so the next step after we got those 5 boards painted, it's kind of a bright red. I roughed them up a little bit. But anyway, these I've got some blocks for measurement spacers on the bottom. This is the base, and I've got this level with this. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to pre-drill some holes there and do the same on the top. Okay, I went ahead and drilled and screwed 2 screws into the bottom shelf holder. Now we're headed up to here. It's the same thing. If our measurements are right, this should just rest on the top, and they are, because I've already measured that, so it's square. Okay, and it's ending right where it should. So now I'm going to drill 4 holes and screw those in, and then the face will be done. Okay, I brought the sink in and it's just sitting on this. Now we're going to take our 17-inch boards and we're going to, I think under here will be the best place for it. You know, we could extend the top like this if we wanted. It is going to be covered with, but this is pretty big already, so I think we'll keep it buttoned up under there. What do you think? And then we're going to go, we'll put the top runger on later. Okay, I decided to put them on the inside. If it wasn't so big, I'd have put them on the outside. But anyway, I've got 1 screw in the top here so far. I'll get some more. 2 in the bottom. These are square. Now we're going to go over here and we're going to make sure these are square to the floor. Okay, just make sure that that's nice and square. Same on this side. Okay, and they are. So now we're going to, already pre-drilled. Now we're going to put these in here. And we're moving right along. Okay, the frame is together. 2 screws on each of them. It's all squared up. And now I'm thinking that there's too much white up here. I want to cut this edge off here. I might be making a mistake. Okay. Call me crazy, but I have to I'm cutting it off. It's coming down and I'm using my little Craftsman. It's a 5.5 inch bit. I just bought 2 of these batteries and a charger. It's working really good. Let me show you. I got a good start on it already. I think it's got some fiberglass or something in it. It smells like the resin or something that's not good to smell. So here we go. Like I said, I already got a jump start. Not bad. Till I got to the end and got lazy. Anyway, we cut her off. Okay, stay tuned. We'll see what we gotta do next. Okay, I've been cutting some wood for the back here and cleaning it, and I've come up with enough of that, and I have realized that we need an additional 57-inch, the length of this. It's time to put this on too. That we need this to go back behind here to hold the boards coming down. So I'm going to do that, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, this is the wood I've selected for this project. I'm going to clean it up with this little brush tool. Thing works amazing. You buy different attachments. This one works really good on this. I do have a pressure washer, but it had a water sensor problem right from the get-go, which I was going to disconnect, and I couldn't get it back together. So that would be the ideal way to clean this, but this brush works good. I'll clean them up and show you. Okay, I got all these cut down to the vertical size we need, and I'm going to take them out into the slightly inclement weather, and on the table saw, cut off this very edge so they're nice and smooth and will fit together really nice. Okay, I got all them boards ripped down so the edges are nice. So those ones go on the back here. And I've been trying to figure out where to put this, the center or side and the bottom, but we're going to put it in the center. So I've got this top board. This one we'll just have to cut down a little bit to fit in there. I would glue the knots that might, since it's a on top. Same on this, we'll cut and make it in there. So that'll be set. So we got 3 of these. Normally I would put 2 more up here, but we didn't need it since this particular sink doesn't need any support under there. But I want to put this going horizontally. I'm going to trade it this way and this way, but I think it'll look really good centered here. So what we need to do is take these and put them there to hold it up. So I am going to cut these down to whatever there is. I'll be right back. Okay, just a quick snack break. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, we got those supports in there. Now we can put this on there, maybe right up front. Dress it up all around. Okay, I've got everything dry fitted, ripped down to be kind of centered a little bit. These ones, okay, and then these last 2 plugs that I cut off at the end of the 2 supports there are going to go right under here for the perfect shelving thing for that. See? So next step after that is we've got to waterproof all this before we fasten it. It's much easier. That way we can get between the edges and everything and give it a good waterproof. Alright, I cut these. This is a 25-degree angle. We're going to put them up here on this. Got a surprise way I made these. And these ones are going to go up here to hold the shelf on. Okay, so I'll get those installed and show you. Okay, we have to wrap it up for the night. I got 1 coat of Sil Once Marine on 1 making me work. Okay, and then I did some work over here. I'm gonna put a little shelf on here, so I got these things installed like I showed you. And we're gonna build a little box right here. I'm not sure how high I'll have this. I might rip it down. I don't want to take up too much of this space. So anyway, that's how far we've got today. Monday I'll have to come and waterproof these, both sides, the stand, everything. But it should be done. Oh, that's his kitty. Should we go in? Let's go in. Alright, that's better. I just had to cut a little notch out so it would fit better. Then I put the waterproofer in, so now we're on it. Okay, so here it is. Do that part. Okay. Let's try these staples. Ah, we're in luck. That'll give it a good strong hold. Come on, give me some more space. We're not going to attach the sink. Here's the top. Now let's do that part. Okay, this one we want to do the middle one, the center one first. And I've already marked where the centers are. Let's see, where is it? Oh, it's right there. Okay, so I'm just going to put that one in. Make sure it's square. There. Whoa! Sheen down. Okay. Now let's make sure these are going to fit. Okay. Fit perfectly. You know, this sink's going to be removable, so for these ones I'm going to put them up. We're stapling them up so there's a little space under there. That's okay. If water gets in there, it can just run on down. Oops. And oh crap, those are not supposed to be the 2-inch ones. Okay, I'll be grinding all those off. Whoops. Unbelievable. I get to the other side and it won't fit, so I ripped this down. Those are in too, so there's a gap there. A little breathing space. Okay, so basically you just build you a frame and find some boards to put here. Now I'm going to build one that does not have this back part, just maybe a little ledge around. You know, you can do all kinds of things. You know, make it yours if you make one. And like here, I was going to put a little box, but I just kind of thought that wouldn't look as good after all. At first I was going to paint the trim white because it kind of was, and changed my mind on that. And yeah, see how we have a little gap here, and I had to cut off some over here. I don't know what happened there, but maybe I shouldn't have started in the middle, but who cares, you know, we got to the finished product somehow. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more fun crafting in my clutter-free wood shop. I don't know how this didn't end up in the center, but you know, I didn't want to change it. Okay, this comes out. If you don't want it, it looks cool without it too. You can put it in. Okay. It's a beauty. Ready for a bunch of pretty plants and to be put to use. Thanks for watching, guys.